And I think another thing that I'm so sorry to touch you.
There's one rule here.
Yeah. Let me just get that for you.
Yeah, please get your dirty germs off of me.
What's happening there, Reject Nation? Greg and John. We're gonna watch Superman and Lois, episode 3 today. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button and subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when our next video is up. This is YouTube, so can't show the whole thing, obviously. This is reaction highlights, full-length reaction watch along where you can sync up with a time code with this is over at our Patreon page. And over there, we cover so many damn TV shows. We're at the same tier. You get the option for reaction highlights and watch along included. From my understanding, people have been enjoying it, which makes me feel good, and it'll make you feel good too. Little massage in the heart. Lastly, gotta thank our friend Pratham Jindal for editing the reaction highlights portion of this video for us. Thought he did a great job last time. I think he'll do an even better job today. Check out his YouTube channel, link in the pinned comments and description box. Anyhow, let's get into this, people.
Done.
Does this have too much blue in it?
Mom, can we just pick something?
Sweetie, this is an important decision. We're finally putting our own stamp on this house.
Need the right shade of taupe.
You like this color?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Laser mouth.
Blast his head off.
Oh, someone start shanking people. Aww. Oh, he just wants to hang out with his family. You gotta at least start getting good at being like,
Guess there's no reason.
I'll
gotta
be
go.
back.
all the way in China.
Wow. Gotta appeal that Chinese market.
I knew his hearing was good. I didn't know it was that good. Or he could just be in the middle of a dinner.
Ooh. Oh.
Are you okay, Chinese person?
You can hear every sound in the world at once.
It's more like I hear all the fluctuations taking place in the collective sonic frequency.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever heard?
Nope. Not appropriate.
Be honest, was there nudity involved?
Maybe when you guys are older.
Oh, come on. Come on.
There's a story there, Clark.
No, that's the Superman show I want to see.
Every power comes with its own burden.
And responsibilities.
Like with great power comes great.
It's important that we don't draw unnecessary attention to our family. If anyone ever found out the truth about me, it would change everything.
It's not like we're worried into
Is someone gonna find out the truth about him in this episode?
I don't know, man. It's possible.
What if somebody we know came in? They might ask questions.
You know, if this is something you're so embarrassed about, then maybe we shouldn't be doing it anymore.
But why does it feel like I'm the only one that's still worried about
Will you
this?
stop with this?
Are they trying to get pregnant?
You sure have a funny way.
Maybe.
Hey, honey.
Here's a new baby. Oh, they take her to therapy?
How did it go with Dr. Lawrence?
That's between me and her. I'm saying Dr. Lawrence like you asked, okay?
Did you say anything about Morgan Edge?
Can we just go now, Dad?
I've been meaning to ask you this after school. Could we possibly hang out?
Oh,
Been waiting here all day.
No cigar, pal. Nice try.
Find some nudity.
Gregory Smith directed this episode.
Is that your cousin?
Short stack.
No, the guy from Small Soldiers.
Why is it every
Oh,
time I
damn.
see you, you're
Directed
flirting with my
Flash, too.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, he could feel his son.
Oh no.
Don't go to school.
Short end. Short end.
Hey guys! Wow. This place is really not changed since I went there. You're spying on us.
What?
Oh, you got to give up that Jordan kid for adoption.
His first reaction to everything is a sour one.
You could have said something this morning, but instead you lied to our faces. It wasn't a lie, you just didn't ask. How long have you been doing this?
Do you hear us masturbate? Dad, please.
Are those the times that involve nudity?
Dad, please don't.
Haven't power is a lot. Yeah, so that was a lie too.
I hope YouTube doesn't flag us for that word.
Do you remember the first time I caught you listening in on me?
Oh, Clark.
No.
Thought I was gonna lose you forever.
Oh, that
You
was.
almost did.
Oh, this is a much more. This is probably a callback to some scene we never saw.
Enlighten us down below, friends.
You got out easy because
Any suggestions on how to make things right with the boys?
Make them the same promise you made me.
It's a real cold town, isn't it?
It is.
You're right. I'm sorry. No more listening in on your conversations. I'll give you my word.
I am Superman. I'm sorry.
We good?
Sure, whatever.
That's the paper that just published that article about Edge Entercorp. Now, which one of you is calling around New Carthage looking for a new story?
That would be me, Miss
Powell? Sharon Powell?
Miss Powell. I'm Lois Lane. Does this have anything to do with Morgan Edge?
Yeah, you're damn right it does. I'm hoping you can help me nail that bastard's ass to the wall.
Ooh,
Powell.
sounds violent.
Powell.
My son was a miner at the Edge facility in New Carthage. He worked there 6 months. Made good money, too. He even sent some of it back home. Well, that all changed the day Morgan Edge offered him the opportunity of a lifetime. Derek had to sign a bunch of paperwork, keeping him quiet.
Why do you think there was foul play involved?
Hey, Mom. I wish I caught you. This opportunity isn't what I thought it was.
Foul play's
Not sure what's
happening to
gonna
me.
happen, so just wanted you to know that I loved you. Bye.
That was the last
Loved
time
you.
This just became personal. Dane Cook? Dane Cook's playing Jimmy Olsen? Is that what's happening right now?
It's about time he got back into acting. Where's he been?
Don't.
Oh, damn. We got a breakup story.
Better learn to stay in your lane.
Is he the white bully on the I don't remember him.
He's always standing off to the left.
3, 4, 5,
I think. Let us know.
1, 2, 3,
Yo,
4, 5.
These are professional cheerleaders in Smallville.
14 other girls are working their butts off, and you're barely paying attention. What's going on? This is important. What has gotten into you lately?
Have this conversation right here in front of everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I quit. How about that?
You know what's so interesting about the show? I really care about all this stuff. Like the newspaper, the school shit. I really.
Oh my.
You shouldn't be playing, man.
You're gonna knock someone's head.
Yeah, you shouldn't play. I mean, I kind of want to see it happen,
Turn up for
though.
the team. That is a terrible idea.
Oh, Jordan, you just
Since I
you
grew
better
up with
become a
you.
villain by the next episode. Just let it happen.
Don't worry. Who wants to play some football?
Are you on drugs?
He's-
What's happening
Everything goes
here?
against everything we talked about. These guys think they can push us around. Well, guess what? Push him back.
You could do it in private. Just like murder him when he's alone.
That's true. Yeah, you could just follow him home.
Here you are. All right.
Even the coach is a dick to him.
Go on, take some reps a corner.
I want someone to try to tackle him, and they just bounce off. I hope they do that.
Throws the ball clean into the next town.
Jordan,
Oh, buddy.
sir, don't. He's gonna push it. He's gonna go way too far.
You smiling now, bro?
Yo, that was cool. I'm down for that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks, coach.
I wish you were my son.
I love you, Jordan. Come live with me.
Hey, where you going, QB number 2? Not so fast.
Excuse me, coach.
You got the big cheese running lot for a little brother, and you didn't say nothing to me.
You're off the team.
You give me 5 for keeping that from me.
You give me 5 for keeping that from me? What? Who is this coach? Jeez.
Who are any of these people?
It's like he's like Cobra Kai for
Yeah.
football. God.
Like Jesus.
Kind of heard you and Sean earlier.
It was long overdue. He's just
Every
The biggest asshole at school. Yeah.
Biggest, yeah. Aside from the coach.
Sarah, your mom's coming in at like an EF4 right now.
Sarah, can I talk to you for a minute?
In front of the boys?
Whatever you want to say, you can say it right here.
Do you want to explain to me what happened back there?
Isn't it obvious? I quit the team.
Look, I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Because you think I'm gonna kill myself?
Yeah, this is not the appropriate place to have this conversation. How many times do I have to tell you I'm fine?
Can't you just trust that and back off?
I know you're not telling me everything that happened.
Coming from the most full of crap lady in all of Smallville.
Okay, Sarah.
No, you act like our family's so awesome when it's literally a dumpster fire. Dad sleeps on the couch every night. Sophie bullies all of the kids in her class.
Dude, small town. Oh my god, keep your voice down.
Look, grab your
Gossip happens in Smallville.
now.
You know what you gotta do, Jordan? You gotta kill Lana. It's time.
That's the first order of
It's
business.
time for you to break back.
Everything okay with Lana?
Sarah's just worried she might off herself one day. Not saying suicide's funny. I'm making fun of the context of the situation, okay? Of the characters.
Jonathan got a couple good reps in. Really think coach is starting to take notice. Yeah, there's just a little more to it than that, but that's great.
What are you gonna do when he comes to one of the football games? When are you gonna break it to him?
Powell might have given us our big break. Here's another theory. That lady was half in the bag. Selling
Red
a
Letter
conspiracy
Media.
theory
In the
about herself.
bag.
Did you smell her? I looked into Derek Powell while you were with his mom. It turns out the guy has a pretty checkered past.
Even if that's true, that voicemail was really compelling.
Out of context, sure, but he never once mentioned Morgan Edge. Maybe it was just a drug deal gone wrong.
You gotta deal
That
with
is a
facts.
stretch, but
At least give me the chance to prove I'm right.
look,
But they got themselves a Superman.
We got us a Hulk.
I hate to ask, but you don't happen to drive a station wagon.
Well done, lady.
That was a good
That's
delivery.
good delivery. Kudos to the comedy skills.
Yo, give it back. Hey, why'd you lie to Dad? I'm following his example. Okay, well, now that you've made your stupid point, you're done playing football, right? No, the team needs me. And besides, Coach Gaines may even send me a Valentine.
Jordan, football is my thing, not yours.
Yeah,
The only reason that you're even playing is because you have your little super strength or whatever.
The only reason I'm playing is because your little football buddies need to back off. You're welcome. And besides, I don't have super strength. I'm just a little stronger than before.
Stop.
Okay, kid.
Dude, you just leveled the field.
Feeling a little tired
I'm
of
very
like I'm
naturally
some
good
ticking
on
time
football.
bomb.
It's like if I played football with a bunch of little kids.
There's something wrong with playing football against children? I'm so good at it.
I made a total fool of myself accusing Edge like that.
It's an honest mistake.
We have been here for a week and somebody has already tried to blow up my car.
Like, folks in Smallville, they're good people. Besides, it's not like it's your first Molotov cocktail.
Sure don't want Clark to look into who tried blowing up the car.
It's small town shenanigans, man.
They're good people here.
They're just restless sometimes and they blow up property.
Way too nonchalant about this.
Whatever decision you make. I just want you to be able to live with him.
Thanks for the flowers.
Aw. He's like, I never got those flowers for
Flowers are for Morgan Edge.
At least the boys are finally settling in.
Uh-oh.
I hear
Yeah,
Jordan's
I was gonna
quite
say
the
something.
I think it means Jonathan.
No.
No, Jonathan sucks at football.
The rubber meets the road. You ready? Sean, you're up. Who you want?
I want short stack, coach.
Short stack. All right.
Okay, Jordan, you gotta mess him up before Dad shows up. You got like a second.
You gotta rip his legs off.
You gotta destroy him. All right.
Gotta beat
Murder
him to death
him
with
quickly.
his severed arms.
Oh! Ho, ho!
I'm talking about.
Now stop his face.
Kiss Sarah. It wasn't cool. Apologize.
That's not the Jordan I know.
All right.
Dang.
Coach, I quit.
Well, that's done. Got my revenge.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
No, don't. Don't do that. I see what you're doing.
As long as you don't...
Your powers are not something to be taken lightly, Jordan.
Yeah, well, I barely have any, remember? You know what? Everything you do is a mistake. You get fired, you bring us here.
This kid, man.
You know, I just wish you would go back to not being around anymore.
Oh,
I can feel the rewriters doing some rewrites. Some season 2 shit. Based off of what everyone's been reacting to about Jordan.
tidy this up a little bit.
I call them rewriters, by the way.
He didn't mean all that.
You sure?
All I'm saying is maybe figure out the reason behind Jordan's anger and address that.
Testosterone.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, turns out Miss Powell's son isn't the only worker who's gone missing. There's 3 other employees I can't account for. We're meeting in New Carthage to go over it all.
Be glad Dad found out. Now you can just go back to hanging out with Sarah and listening to LP Remix Morrissey or whatever.
The football coach was texting him? Does that happen?
I don't, unless Malcolm was like a kid on the team.
Yo, man, I'm a board coach of Smallville.
Honestly, high school's even above my level of football understanding, so really any help you can give me.
What if Jordan joining the team wasn't a mistake?
Not sure I see your point.
Trust me, this feels really weird to say, but maybe Jordan needs football. I mean, he's been a really messed up kid for a really long time.
Huh.
And I don't know, what if joining the team's a good thing?
It's also very unfair to the other
appreciate you
players.
sticking up
No,
for your brother.
look, he's been happy for the first time in forever.
Yeah, being in a power position.
Leveraging it over the puny humans around him.
There's nothing I want more than for you guys to be happy. But we have to be careful. And him using his strength like this, it could raise suspicion. Just because his strength isn't like mine doesn't mean it's not elevated.
Okay, so maybe that puts him on the level of the other kids.
It so does
Maybe
not.
he's a
He
little stronger.
threw that kid like
But
5
maybe
feet.
that's even playing field here.
What does the size have to matter?
What's the point of having something special if you're not actually allowed to be special?
I do not agree with Jonathan in this situation at all. It's so unfair. It's like being on steroids. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
And I feel like, I don't know, I mean, young people are irrational sometimes, but I feel like you would have to realize that about yourself, too. Like, I could really decimate somebody.
Well, it's like cheating, though, too. That's where I'm coming from. I know
This is the thing.
You can harm people, yeah, but I'm like, it's also cheating.
The rules, the sanctity of football.
Plays for 2 days, and he's like the best defense I've ever had. Like, come on, how's that not cheating?
Starting varsity next week.
Yeah.
Sharon?
Yeah. That was the Dane Cook guy.
Yeah. Finally here to tell some jokes.
Gosh, I hope Superman shows up. Oh my God, she went for it. Ooh, ooh, gross.
That won't help you.
No, but he will.
Bada bing, bada bing, bang, boom.
So cool.
Well, this guy's got super strength, huh?
Oh. Kryptonite bones.
Ooh, oh, I love
Whoa.
the camera work here.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh no. Is this guy made of kryptonite or something?
Sharon? Sharon.
Owie.
Oh.
Oh, it's kind of like, dude. Dude, it's brutal, but fuck, the camera work's really cool.
Yeah, those like punch jitters they throw.
kinda
in
like
on
an
every
anime
hit.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh.
That was awesome! That was awesome!
So cool. Oh. And you got a wedgie when that happened.
You're destroying property.
He's gone. Are you okay?
She's barely breathing. You need to take her to the hospital. I'll be fine.
Oh. You know, that was like so cool.
I know, it was
that
awesome.
fight was awesome.
It looked amazing.
Holy crap.
You heard about Sean.
It's like it wasn't the biggest one, but it was my favorite of all the episodes so far.
It's super
Honey,
impactful.
I'm here if you want to talk about it.
I'm fine.
I just can't tell anymore. I have no idea if I might lose you forever.
I'm okay, Mom. I promise.
We used to be so close. Honey, you can quit cheer, and you can keep me at arm's distance if you want. But please, I need to know why it happened.
I just felt trapped by this town, by this family. It's like the only future that I saw for myself was a life that I didn't want.
You saw yourself turning into me.
That's not what I meant.
No, it's okay. It's true. I'm the most full of crap lady in Smallville. And I feel lost.
This is such a beautiful scene. Holy shit.
Do you know what kind of life would make you happy?
I don't know. I guess I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, me too. Come here. And I love you so much.
So, is creepy lurking one of your superpowers now?
Do not let him join. Come on.
When I was in 9th grade, I wanted to try out for the baseball team. My dad didn't let me. I realized one of the main reasons I wanted to try out didn't have anything to do with baseball.
Was it a girl?
It's always a girl. Is playing football something that you really want?
Talking about Lana?
I think so.
That makes sense.
I wasn't sure or anything, but these last couple of days, they've kind of just been incredible.
And you're sure you can keep your powers under control?
Yes.
This is a terrible
I don't know
idea.
how to explain it. It's just a feeling.
More than a feeling.
I'm gonna let my child with severe mood swings
And,
and
burgeoning
superpowers.
superpowers.
Yeah, put trust in him that he'll handle this.
One last thing we have to talk.
So your dad did a 180 on the whole football thing?
Got a little help from John.
Oh, even Jordan's numbers double.
It's double the
Power shot.
Your dad seems like he's really struggling.
Yeah, Dad's the new assistant coach.
Do you need
That's a great idea. All right, there's one scenario, I guess, here that keeps it under control.
Just sitting in the writer's room going, how?
Yes, sir.
How do we keep this exact complaint?
He's like, you guys are getting
All
along,
right, all right. Just pretend like you need my help with this, all right?
Yeah. Really? Ow! Too much? A little too big?
No, too much.
Lois, I need to apologize to you.
I accidentally set your car on fire.
Such an idiot. It's just, I've never had something like this fall in my lap before. Stories this important don't usually happen in Smallville.
A lot of important stories going to be happening in Smallville from here on
Get
out.
ready. You're going to have more than you can handle.
Stories that need to be told get missed because there aren't enough reporters looking for them.
Dude, Clark should come work at the paper, too.
Come on, let me show you what I've been working on.
Where'd you get this?
From the gas station near the motel.
Who are you, and why is a person with powers working for Morgan Edge?
Well, how's Lar gonna take care of it?
Lar?
Lar. Whoa! Dang!
Kryptonian?
It's done. I'll call a team.
Not Jennifer Lawrence. What did you do?
Well, shit. There are things to uncover here. Another great installment. Shows become the thing where I selectively go, what's like a super CW moment? This has like really been touted and elevated above a traditional CW superhero show. It's really just the Superman saving people in China scene that looked kind of cheesy. But other than that, you know, like some little corny moments here or there. For the most part, I'm like 3 episodes in, quality of everything still really on par. very much satisfied. What I find so interesting is the main takeaways tend to be like the family drama stuff. Usually with the superhero shows, what you're doing is you're diving into, like, I feel like what I should be leading off with is the cool fight that happened at the end, how that guy got blasted, who shows up, Lar.
I think, I mean, I didn't look too far into it because I didn't want to get spoiled, but they said, you know, that this role was cast a little while ago and announced to be like the assistant to one of the world's most powerful people, who they did not specify, obviously, probably not to spoil Morgan Edge's involvement in all of this, so I imagine that's probably what we're dealing with.
The thing I was trying to say, my biggest takeaways are actually not these things. Biggest takeaway is, like, as cool and mysterious as it is, as much as I love that fight, like I said during the reaction, that's my favorite fight. It's all the family shit, man. Like at the very beginning when they're all just, you know, dousing each other in paint, and how Jonathan and Lois are inhaling that paint and they're getting high, and Jonathan starts having a nosebleeding moment, and then Superman and Jordan are just pointing and laughing, going, haha, you guys are weak, we are strong, we will dominate Smallville with our power, father and son stuff. Like that opening scene was so touching. You guys know what I'm saying? Like that whole opening scene was really fun. I'm so on edge about Jordan being in school, because Jonathan is such a good-hearted guy. He's such a good person. He's like, how much shit can you put up with your brother that you've always been looking out for Jordan, right? This is Jonathan character, always looking out for Jordan. Now that Jordan has superpowers, somehow Jonathan is still looking out for him even more than he did before, and it's still like, you know what? You should maybe be on the football team. Like, Jonathan is the heart of this whole story. I keep talking about this guy, and there's a reason why. I'm like, oh crap, here we go. Here comes the jealous tale. This is it. This is Jonathan's boiling point. This is when he's pushed to the... What? He's going to Daddy and telling him to let Jordan join the football team. This is unexpected. I love that character, but I am very much on edge. I still don't kind of agree with it in the end. I don't. I mean, it's still cheating to me.
It's dubious. I mean, I don't know. I can't argue with you about that. Having Clark watch over him, I thought was a good compromise for us. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, at some point, something's gonna go wrong and he's gonna kill somebody.
Exploring it, though, is exciting. Because, I mean, you're right, this is a bad idea for Jordan to be there, but when the scenes are happening in the show, I'm really happy to be here watching it. It's tense, it's nerve-wracking, because you're like, he goes just slightly above that power level, he's gonna destroy someone. But come on, logically, it's a terrible idea. It's like the fact that he played like 2 days and was like the star of the team. This is a clear indicator that it requires no real skill set on his end.
It requires brute force.
He hasn't earned it. And now he's gonna be like star defense player, outshine his brother who's passionate about this.
And then we're gonna get the switcheroo I've been waiting for, where Jonathan becomes Superboy. I don't know. I mean,
it might be a cool flip, yeah.
I can see it potentially happening, because that's the thing, is like, I wonder if maybe that could happen, because Jordan, maybe it's just our reaction to this, but Jordan often reverts to that, like, oh, he's gonna snap, he's gonna go bad, and then the arc is always like, well, he gets better by the end of it, though, and it seems like he's making some progress. So either they want me to be thinking this, or, you know, maybe they could throw some curveball our way.
I wouldn't mind a curveball. It's like, Jordan looks like he's going down the path of getting everything. He's getting the girl, he's gonna be the star football player, he's getting the powers. If anyone can get pushed to the point of a breaking point, like a snapping moment, it's Jonathan.
Yeah.
And it just seems like far too optimistic, and he's got to be pushing some of this resentment down.
Yeah, you know, I mean, to be brother of the year the way he's been in every scenario, to like choose the bigger outcome.
Yeah,
like,
man.
He's got to have a breaking point.
He's got to. And so I could see the show going down that path of like, oh my God, we thought Jordan was going to go evil, but really he's good. And Jonathan's the one who's been pushed to this. No one's even trying to look out for his emotions. Not even, everyone's so concerned about Jordan.
You're human, you'll be fine.
And it's freaking, you know, Clark and Lois are not doing any mending on like, are you okay? You know,
how are you?
I'm just assuming you're like a superstar inside. So, are you okay though? They can imagine this is rough. It's like he's getting the girl, and freaking Jonathan's girlfriend's all the way back in Metropolis town, you know? Anywho, yeah, I'm really enjoying that dramatic aspect side. And then even watching, like, I thought that was a surprising moment when Jordan, see, like, the hint of good, when Jordan rushes the Sarah's ex-boyfriend now, and then he's like, look, it was messed up for me to kiss her, but I knocked you down. So, get up.
We good.
You my bitch on this team now, but I'm a compassionate owner over your ass.
That's 100% what I got.
That's how I interpret teen drama.
Absolutely.
But I loved that. I thought that was a surprising moment, and I liked the idea of Clark recognizing. I felt really left out and excluded, and it pained me to not be on the baseball team. So maybe there's a way to make this work.
And maybe there's a way to kind of reconcile what my dad didn't give me necessarily, despite his best intent.
Oh yeah, 100%. Watching Clark be a dad was cool. And I think another thing that I'm so sorry to touch you.
There's one rule here.
Yeah. Let me just get that for you.
Yeah, please get your dirty germs off of me. He said quite racist.
I always have this. We're just ready to go at a moment's notice. Sarah and Lana. Like Lana Lang, they've really humanized her. And it's so interesting to get a lot of people who are big Smallville fans love this show. Like there's something that feels like almost like a spiritual sequel. It's not. But it feels that way to a certain extent.
Yeah, Smallville and Friday Night Lights.
And it's just really cool to get this different version of Lana Lang, this mature mother who's struggling. At first I was like, yo, dude, don't have this very private conversation in front of all the cheerleaders right now. You're a stupid mom, Lana. As it went, and then they got to that bedroom scene. This is like such a real conversation. This is so real. As a woman, and my mother sometimes come into my bedroom, I know what's real. When it comes to a mother and daughter talking, trust me, I identify. No, it just felt that way, resonated that way in that moment, and I love that they were like just both crying with each other over the bull. Like honestly, usually in scenes like that, one person's crying while the other person's being open, and the fact that they were just both crying about the truth coming out was so touching. It was so beautiful, having that sense of identity and just this layer to Lana Lang that I'm not used to, or Lana surname Lana to whomever is obsessed with Morgan Edge. Having this different layer to her and Sarah made me really endeared to their dynamic, which I'm so surprised by. Like normally shit like this I wouldn't care about. Like just get back to Superman, and that was actually one of my favorite parts of this whole episode. And I haven't really been enjoying Lana all that much. Not that I've disliked her, but I haven't been that
standout scene for her.
This is the first time I care about her beyond the fact that she's Lana.
Yeah.
And now here, like when she had that scene where she's with Clark and they're talking with each other, it's like, oh wow, like, Lana's full on a human being to me now. Yeah, I think the show's doing such a great job of elevating everyone little by little. And even this Sarah girl, like dealing with her. The thing that's established is this doctor sees shows often just jumble the two. Psychiatrist and psychologist, when really a psychiatrist is the one you talk to about medication. Psychologist is who you have like talk therapy with. A lot of times in shows they kind of just throw them both into one, and there are some people who do both. Yeah, they're like where you could be a psychologist and a psychiatrist, but it wasn't made clear if she was talking with a psychiatrist for meds or a talk therapy psychologist, which usually in small towns is like, oh, there's problems in the family,
Yeah, stigma still surrounding that.
Yeah,
I guess I would imagine some kind of psychologist, just given the nature. But yeah, I thought that was a really wonderful scene, and it was one moment where I realized throughout the episode, like shows like this often have very short scenes intercut either to set up a new sort of stakes or to sort of wrap up little emotional beats, and I thought that was one of the scenes in this episode that really got a chance to breathe a lot wider than I usually expect. That just did so much for the entire emotionality of the scene, and I thought that sensibility carried across the episode. There are certain moments in certain scenes when they're more action-oriented that things seem to kind of clip by or try to be fast-paced about it, but I feel like they keep bringing me back with these surprising character scenes, and that was probably the richest one in this episode. But even the quiet moments between Clark and Lois, like when they still find time for that, even though Lois is like on her whole own adventure investigating Morgan Edge and going to other towns, and like this whole thing is widening out. Clark's got the problems with the boys and policing the world.
Yeah.
And so like there is a certain amount of chaos that sort of holds everything together, but I thought again this episode did a really nice job of really anchoring everything in the character stuff, and then you do get your really awesome moments of action. I'm glad that they brought it back around with that final fight, because during the early, you know, bridge sequence, I was like, oh, I don't know, is this going to be the moment where the show's production values start to slip? And it doesn't seem like that's the case at all. You know?
No, but that is still a big scene in terms of establishing a dynamic, because I liked when Clark showed up at the school, you know, as he's dealing with his teenagers and one with powers for now. That is true. Like, he could spy on them, and he could. This episode dealt a lot with not taking advantage of the fact that you have powers, using that over or against people. Like, that's what it seemed to deal with, right down to the fact that Clark could easily spy or listen in on private moments with his kids, you know? Although he did need to show up for that. That's the thing, is like, he needed to be there. He was about to laser the guy in the hallway. He neeyed to be there. I think it's just such like, it's not a black and white situation, you know? If he's about to laser a kid, you know, like his eyes went red. It's pretty important that Clark shows up.
Absolutely.
More than anyone else, it's Clark who has to show up. It's something where I feel like you need to have a bit of some type of alarm bell on this Jordan guy. That's the back and forth concern that I have. I'm like, I really admire and respect this whole thing with him really learning how to be a dad. It's one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. But this element with your kid with superpowers who has a terrible temper problem, where every other scene he's yelling and crying at his dad for his dad being his dad. You know, like, you gotta get to a point where you're like, wait, I don't think you can just completely be private with him. You know? Yeah, so but I get it's like a learning lesson. But yeah, I mean, so far this is really great. Still really loved it, and yeah, I'm excited to see what they tell us is going on with attractive looking Kryptonian lady blasting people in Smallville. And yeah, the Lois investigating stuff is still, like, every time it's happening, I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the dynamics between her and the owner of the Smallville Gazette.
She'll have a name soon that we'll remember.
I'm enjoying their dynamics and where that's going and building up the reputation there. But yeah, you know, this show, it's going to be a bunch of craziness. It's going to start happening in Smallville all of a sudden. And I hope when it does, it creates more drama for the family. Like, I want it to go there, where
it's gonna.
You know that Smallville's gonna have more craziness than ever. I feel like people have to start being like, ever since you guys moved here, it's been nonstop bad. And Morgan Edge has been trying to help us, and you just make things worse. You know, like, it has to go that bad. That's where all the juicy drama is. Like, I could feel this build of personal life drama met with the higher stakes, you know, DC superhero, Superman shit. And eventually it'll culminate into like a pretty wild finale.
Maybe it'll culminate in some kind of begrudging alliance between Lex and Kal-El.
Oh yeah, the Lex thing we still got to deal with. Huh?
He was not anywhere in this episode, but he's gonna be around. And I mean, if Morgan Edge is the out and out, you know, baddie of this season anyway, you never know.
All right, guys, well, what did you think of the Superman and Lois episode? Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to The Real Rejects, click that notification bell, hit that like button. Last but not least, Deke.
Good old Deke.
Look, Deke, haven't talked with you yet,
but I've seen you in the comments on YouTube.
Now you are here today. Got yourself a little Patron of the Day shout out. And Deke, skip to you because I just love your name.
It's
Deke.
fun to say.
D stands for Doomsday.
E stands for Elseworlds.
K stands for Kal-El.
Ooh, and E stands for everyone gets superpowers, including you.
You screwed up his shout out.
I screwed up of, like, what's another E name in the universe of DC? Edward Nigma is what E stands for. There you go.
Riddler could have said Elseworlds.
I said Elseworlds again is what the other E stands for.
You could have said Earth.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, Deke.
You get the best shout out, Deke. I appreciate you being here, dude. Happy to have you on our Patreon page. Snoop around. Snooper's gonna snoop. Let's see what you end up enjoying around here, dude. We'll be talking. Big Deke.